Tonight, on the main event, while we always get along on camera, tensions rise when the tape stops rolling. Greg Black puts down his telestrator pen and harmonica to battle producer turned command school teacher, Greg Kasavin. This is the main event. Welcome to the main event. When you work at a game company, you better know how to play games, especially when you report on them here on Command & Conquer TV, myself excluded. Tonight, our two contenders have been working at EA for a combined of 8 years and have been working on the online airwaves since Command & Conquer TV started.
Will it be Greg Black's recon and witty commentating that bring him the victory, or Greg Kasavin's textbook training that makes the grade?
Let's take an in-depth look at our two players tonight in Through the Eyes.
Greg Kasavin hails from the motherland itself, Moscow, Russia.
His opponent tonight is Greg Black, a California native born in Newport Beach.
These guys have been working with Red Alert 3 since its earliest stages when it was just a concept on paper. Let's see if their lengthy knowledge and background with games will help them in this battle.
To dissect every move of Greg and Greg, we've got Jason Bender and a new face for CNC TV, Red Alert designer Jeremy Fiesel. Welcome, guys.
Hey, Raj, how's it going? Well, today I'm not here with Greg Black as he's getting ready for his big battle, but we do have Jeremy Fiesel here today.
And it's great to be here commentating on the match of the century, and they're playing on my map, so obviously it's going to be an amazing battle.
Both of our players are familiar with the maps of Red Alert 3, obviously, but our fans are not. So it's time to bring you up to speed. So we now turn to Jeremy in the new Battleground Reconnaissance, Fiesel style.
Battle Base Beta is a 1 versus 1 map set on a high-tech island fortress. Players start with 2 ore nodes at their MCV and easy access to a 3rd ore node in the water directly behind them. Be careful, this expansion is an early target for the deadly terror drones and mighty Mecha Tengu. Each player also has an oil derrick on their half of the map, but don't get cocky just because it's close to your base. Dogs and bears move faster than your engineers, so be on the lookout for an ambush. The center of the map has higher ground, 2 expansion nodes, and 2 observation posts. With the smallest number of central combat lanes and the closest base-to-base distance of almost any map, you'll get an action-packed matchup from start to finish.
So who's gonna win? Jason, give us your totally unbiased pick of the match.
Well, as much as it pains me to say this, I'm going to have to go with Greg Black. Now, aside from his sheer stubborn tenacity, he also balanced the units. So wherever they're not balanced, he knows where that is, and he's going to use that to his advantage.
You know, for the same reasons, I'm going to have to go with Greg Kasavin. He's got that same level of tenacity, and he plays on the Xbox 360, so obviously he's got better play control.
Spotlight shines on my friend Raj Joshi. Put your money where your mouth is. Who are you going with?
Well, I gotta say, Greg, thank you for ripping Silverman a new one last time. Gonna go with the guy who's always got my back, Greg Black.
All right, well, Kasavin's been training me since day 1. He was able to train me to kill you. Not like that really took too much effort. So I'm going with Greg Kasavin. Let's find out if it'll be the prof or the designer. Let the games begin. Tonight's matchup is between Greg Black and Command School host Greg Kasavin.
So today we have Platinum Black playing as Soviets versus Greg Kasavin playing as Allies. So what do you think, Jeremy? Does Greg Kasavin stand a snowball's chance of surviving this battle?
Well, as you can see, Greg Kasavin showing some really amazing harvesting micro there, that really hardcore ore mining.
Well, you know, you're fighting Platinum Black. It's going to be a long day, or it's going to be a very short fight. Either way, Black, you know, he knows all there is to know about these units. He invented a lot of their powers.
He also knows how to send them into base defenses to die pretty quickly, as we can see with this sickle. Oh, but he uses the jump to get out of the way just in time and save his sickle and continue to do some scouting.
Black is already in Kasavin's base, making it difficult for him. Considering Black is on offense, he's not doing so bad teching up. He's got a bunch of ground units mixed.
A couple of terror drones being created there. Now, terror drones are awesome during just about any point in the game, especially when your opponent is creating tanks. If he doesn't know about them, a couple of terror drones can take down a good number of tanks before being taken out themselves. And here we can see Greg Kasavin using the amazing strategy of freeze that terror drone while you get your ass kicked by a bullfrog.
Back in the base, same thing again, more of it.
Unfortunately, his cryocopters were taken down by those bullfrogs, and a small force of IFV and Guardian tanks is just no match for that massive hammer. Kasavin has started producing infantry units. A single javelin can take out, if microed well, an impressive number of tanks.
There we see Platinum Black retreating, but not microing well enough. One of his units took the low road, got just far enough to die halfway home. Kasavin's base is still standing, and he has expanded a little bit out into the water, so it's not as bad as all that.
He's got more resources than Greg does, but he lost that important war factory, which is going to take him a while to build back up.
We got another battle here. It looks like another major attack from Greg Black coming on in.
And here we have Greg Black making yet another valiant effort to attack that multi-gunner turret with anti-air units.
No. So he's not attacking the turret, he's just driving by it. So he knows it's there, and yet he still insists on driving right past it.
Kasavin is also tech to tier 3 and has gone up and created a Tanya. Now, Tanya does not do very well against those sickles, or specifically anti-infantry, but she can take out tanks in one hit in the same way that she can take out buildings. Oh, but she's still alive. She somehow managed to make it out through the miraculous use of her Time Belt secondary ability.
There you have it. And so what does the Time Belt allow you to do?
She can regain her health and regain her previous position.
And kick Black's butt again.
Exactly. Or, at least in this case, run back into those sickles to get shot up. Now, unfortunately for Greg Black, Greg Kasavin has packed up his MCV and he's moving off south into the water.
So is this a desperation tactic?
In some cases, although in a lot of different games we've seen, people are able to easily come back from this.
So it looks like Black has taken over the central continent here.
And he's also using magnetic satellite to suck up his one remaining harvester.
Doesn't quite make it to the destroyers though, Kasavin's too quick for him.
As one of the slowest water units, obviously it was very difficult to grab.
So he's created another harvester. He's taking his modest, although versatile navy around the corner here. Let's see what he can do.
He's going to go for the land bombardment war, but what he's not seeing is that Greg Black is going for more air forces, and he's not making those excellent hydrofoils as anti-air units.
So here comes the aircraft carrier assault. He's going for the power first.
Now let's go back down to Greg Kasavin's base, where that Kirov is just absolutely messing things up, and a mag set manages to grab.
And it grabbed the Kirov too.
Probably should have sent that in a different direction, although the big red shiny lights are very inviting.
I mean, come on, taking up your highest level units like that? What are you thinking, man? This carrier that's still standing after how long?
Ooh, but he lost his super power plant in an awesome explosion, which took out what looks like the majority of his base. Is Greg Kasavin actually going to be able to come back from this?
And he's built up another Kirov. He's far enough ahead to come back from his own ridiculous mistake of sucking it up into the satellite.
And he's got one of those hydrofoils on him, though, too, preventing him from bombing that structure. Unfortunately, he's only got one hydrofoil to 2 Kirovs, and the math here just doesn't quite add up.
That's pretty rough. This is definitely what you want if you're in Greg Black's shoes. A couple of Kirovs and one building to blast.
And that's the end of it. With the final shipyard gone, the match goes to Greg Black. Wow, that was a great match. It really highlights a lot of the different focuses we put into Red Alert 3. You know, why don't we bring them down into the studio right now and get their reactions to this epic battle of the Gregs.
Greg Black, how did you pull off that victory?
Well, you know, it was a real small map, so I just went for the really fast rush, you know, as fast as I could. And fortunately, through my scouting, I was able to see that Greg was going Air Force early on, so I just built those bullfrogs to provide me with some cover, and, you know, I pretty much had the game from there.
And Greg, what was going through your mind when you saw that massive bullfrogs and hammer tanks sweeping towards your base through the center?
Well, I was like, I need to get to Tanya fast, and I did, and I think I scared him a little bit, but I made a few mistakes, especially early on, where I tried to get greedy with my engineers, and he took them both out with his bear, and I was on the ropes kind of from the beginning, and from then on it was trying to regain lost honor mode.
So it kind of occurred to me as I was destroying his base and he wasn't giving up, and I'm like, oh wait, you can move your base out onto the water. I really didn't have any answer for his naval fleet, so I was just trying to get those Kirovs up as soon as possible to take out his base before he took out mine.
Well, that was certainly an epic battle of the Gregs. Thanks for joining us, guys. David?
Congratulations, Greg. Well, that's all the time we've got. Thanks for picking up the Red Alert 3 Premier Edition, and as always, be sure to send us your comments to battlecast@ea.com. Don't forget to Battlecast your Red Alert 3 matches for a shot to be featured here on Battlecast Primetime. For Raj Joshi, I'm David Silverman, and we'll see you on the battlefield.